AFR started because of a guy called Shane. Shane decided April in 2004, I think it was. He said, we should all get together in Maxwell. I'm like, yeah, okay. He said, let's make it around April the 1st. And I was like, okay, we'll go with that. And he goes, well, call it the Fool's Run. And I was like, yeah, we're a bunch of idiots, let's give it a go. It was basically, it started off as a group meeting where all guys just got together for an annual event, as it were. And from there, people just got more interested in doing something at those events, because all we were doing was just getting around having a few beers. And so somebody suggested, why don't we, put some bikes together on a drag strip? Seemed like a good idea at the time, but we didn't have a venue. So we went all around the place looking for someone that would do it. And Stu came on board because he's in the RAF and found out we could have Evans Head. And Evans Head messed us about. And at the last minute, we found out Casino had one as well, so we came down here. Well, basically it's just escalated into all sorts of stuff we've got happening now, which makes the whole thing great because it appeals to a lot of people. The local guys love it, the guys from out of town love it. We got guys come as far as Perth to watch this event. It's just the equivalent of the bike version of Summernets. It's one thing this country doesn't have, which is great. And we're glad that we've started it. And if it keeps on the way it's going, it could be an annual, a household name before long, I reckon.
This event just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and last year we had the stunt guys, and they were just going nuts all weekend in the drags. And this year we've added the freestyle guys, supercross guys, and the dyno, and the bigger show and shine event. So yeah, it's just growing and growing, and it can only be good for it. Only be good for the scene.
The street fighter scene in Australia is fantastic in that it's totally different to any other country in the world. US has got their bling bikes, the UK has got their classic fighters, and Europe's got their sort of Germanic fighters. But Australia, being such a multicultural society, has taken influences from all those different areas and combined it into a totally different type of bike. The Aussie fighter, it's something like we've never seen before anywhere else in the world.
It took me 3 years to build the Judge, and most of the work was done in the last 6 months because we were trying to get it ready for a show. I finished that in November 2005, and yeah, it's about a $80,000 bike when it's all said and done. There's about 800 hours in it. I took influence from both UK and American styles, and German as well. But at the time, the MV seat unit was something that I really liked, and I wanted that wide tyre look that they were starting to do in the States. But I didn't want bearings. Obviously, I wanted a Street Fighter look about it, and I also wanted to do something a bit different with the headlight. So yeah, I like to think of it as an Australian style Street Fighter.
But as far as the Street Fighter things go, the bikes that I've seen this year, it's almost like it prompts them to build better bikes, The bikes I've seen this year are just outstanding. And it's great that there's that much talent out there, and the fact that we're bringing it together, that's what really makes me happy, That's all I wanted from the start. I knew the people were out there, I just wanted somewhere they could all meet. And this is the weekend for it,
I was a little boy, I always wanted an old school fighter, and the only way you get an old school fighter is to build one. So I did. The first fighter was the 1200 Bandit with a 916 tailpiece and a T1000R front end. But I kept losing my licence on it, so I got rid of it.
That was probably 5-6 years ago. Usual story, saw a bike on the side of the road with a bugger all money on it, crashed. One thing led to another. Fairings, too dear, too hard to come by, so yeah, Streetfighters was what it went.
It's an 04 model. I started modding it up in about late 05 really, mate. Bike off the shelf for about 18 grand, and it's probably got about 10 grand worth of mods on it now. So who cares?